Welcome to Cardmancy Mesquite. I'm Angela, and it's time to learn to read playing cards today. While I'm waiting for everybody to file into the chat, I'm going to read on Giuliani. He got some pretty bad news. Got to say, I was quite amused. It seems they threw out his bankruptcy and he can't file. He was spending money like a drunken sailor. So let's see what he's up to. Oh, it's got him shedding tears. We got shedding tears already. Hi, Laura. I'm writing your name down. I'm adding a bunch of moderators. So I'll add you on. The next time you're on, you'll have a wrench. Let me start this over. I just distracted myself. I'm reading on Giuliani. He just got his bankruptcy thrown out. And I want to see just what his, time coming up is going to be like his week. Let's put it that way. We'll read on his week. If you've got a question, just put it in the chat. Okay, someone's worried about him. It's a fair married man and a dark complected man in his 30s. They should be worried about him. If they're depending on money from him, they ain't going to get any. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you. I don't see your wrench, and I added you in as a moderator. I'm going to have to double check that. I'm reading on Giuliani to see what his near future holds, since he just got his bankruptcy filing thrown out of court. First, he gets a pleasant surprise, and he's jealous that someone got a call. Someone got a call from an older man, married and in his 50s, 60s. Hi, Tabitha. Yeah, you're added as a moderator too, but I don't see you on there yet. I'll have to double check that. I don't know if I got it right. So we'll work on that. It's going to be in someone else's home. Someone's going to get a letter and he's going to be jealous about it. It's an older married man. And then he's also, I'm going to say that's him right there. Someone is very angry with him at home. Whoever he's living with, married to, whatever, they're very. Oh, thank you, Sharon Sipe, for coming in. I really appreciate it. I assigned more moderators, but I guess you took. So, yay, it worked. I did something right doing this. Okay, he's got 2 dark 2s. Someone's looking into his business. So he's going to get into an argument about somebody looking into his business, and that would be the court. The court is angry with him. He thinks a lot of someone who isn't working, and he's going to be happy that they're not working. So he's a real gem, isn't he? But that's what we got so far. Looks like arguments. I'm sure it's over money, because that's all that man's about. Okay. That very married man, he's going to get into an argument with. Okay. He's going to get a call that has a pleasant surprise, but he's going to be jealous. This makes me feel like he's one of those people that enjoys other people's misery. So he may be doing that. And then somebody he thinks a lot of is going to argue with him in his home. This is nothing but arguments. He's going to be happy that a dark young man isn't working, that he's lost his job. And then there's a quarrel with fair married man, and I would take that to be Trump. So what Giuliani's got to look forward to for at least the next week is nothing but arguments. All day long, every day. That's what he's got to look forward to. Okay, does anybody have a question? You can go ahead and put them in the chat. Wow, I did not realize that. Oh boy, I bet you that's coming to an end quick. Yeah, after all this legal stuff, getting thrown out of his bankruptcy, and now the Shay Moss and there's another lady, the 2 ladies that he defamed, they won a judgment. They're now free to attach his property, which I'm loving. I'm sorry, I love seeing people get their comeuppance when they need it, and he needs it bad. I'm going to be adding moderators. I'm going to put in my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, and an Amazon wish list. I'm going to say I'm fine today, but that is a lie. It's just because I can't stand to hear me talk about what's going on anymore. And the reason I'm here today, even though I'm not feeling good, is because you guys pick me up. I get a kick out of you. I love it. And I will feel better by the time the show is done. So if I'm ever not here, you know, either I'm getting a procedure done or I'm really, really bad. Yes, Sharon Sipe, for entertainment and spiritual purposes only. Thank you. And additionally, do the like, share, subscribe, YouTube-y things. I'm trying to learn to do all that and do the show too at the same time. But I have added a bunch of moderators. I don't know why it didn't take, but y'all will have wrenches in the very near future. Diana and I will be doing Oracle Garden readings on Monday at 2:30. She's got a busy summer. That lady is busy, let me tell you. She doesn't slow down for a minute. I don't know how she does it. I sure couldn't do it. Okay, who else should we look into? Is there anybody specific that you guys would like a reading on? Oh, thank you, Laura. I really appreciate that. Okay, Andrea, how much did stuttering influence the performance of one of the candidates? Why hasn't the discussion about communication challenges become a teaching moment? Well, I can answer that basically because the mainstream media pushed it that way. And CNN did a bad job on him. They cut his microphone off on him once or twice sooner than they were supposed to. They didn't do the lighting on him good. They did it purposely to make him look as pale as possible. And he was standing there dealing with an idiot next to him that wasn't even answering the questions while Biden was trying to answer the questions. How much did stuttering affect or influence the performance of Biden? And seeing him talk since leads me to an oh, Jake Catley, I got to write you down and put you down as a moderator. There we go. But watching what he did afterwards, the talks he gave, he looked very good. He wasn't washed out and pale. Big surprise there. He wasn't having a stuttering problem at all. Okay. Trump's currently yelling. Yes. That's right. Okay. Davaria, I've got your question. Okay, let's get to the nitty gritty. I have some hunches about wealthy white Democratic males who are also keeping the Epstein files hushed. Oh, absolutely. The Epstein files, when Epstein's Black Book was leaked on the internet, I got to look at it before they took it down. Trump was over 6 pages in this Black Book. Additionally, there were Democrats in there. Bill Clinton was in there. Bill Clinton wasn't quite as prolific, but there were a few Democrats in there. So there are some Democrats who have a reason to not let this out. Okay, he went to the doctor. Remember, that's what I got here. Doctor, he gave him a gift. It was a wedding gift. His doctor is apparently getting married. Yes, Andrea, I agree. Stuttering under high stakes communication situations and fatigue is amplified. Yeah, absolutely. But if you've watched all of his pressers lately, he is really killing it. I mean, he's doing good. Okay. Davaria, I'm going to add you as a moderator too. Okay, let me try this again. I'm getting distracted. I'm distracting me. Oh, all right. I like that. I'll have to get in there and see what they've got. Yeah, and as soon as I can figure out how to add you all as moderators while we're on the live stream, I'll do that. Okay, what was the effect on Biden? I think that's more of a yes or no question, actually. I'm going to ask if it affected his stuttering. Because we get more than just yes or no when I do a yes or no. Okay. Did the debate, was this stuttering influenced by what was monkey business around the debate? Oh yeah, somebody was lying about the performance there, and it's going to be found out. Yes is the answer. Got the yes card. It's the 9 of hearts. It's always the yes card. There was a widow there that had something to do with it. She traveled over water to get there. Also, a dark man in his 50s or older. Oh, and it's close at hand. Yes, all the crap is coming out, and it's close at hand that we're going to find out all of what they did. CNN really did themselves a disservice there. So yeah, it had an effect. You know, his stutter was affected by all the stress. Trump is also known as DOE with a number after his name, like co-conspirator number 1. Oh, I like that. Go to, okay, go, let me write this down. Sharon Sipe gave me some advice here. YouTube settings. Moderator. And name your one, and you're done. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Sharon Sipe. I will do that. Okay, this is the time to also discuss Trump making fun of the professional man with cerebral palsy. Oh yeah, that was bad. But I've been very happy to see Midas Touch and Elizabeth on Resistance Live. A couple other people are really going after this stuff, and I'm enjoying that. When looking at Epstein files, DOE is also implicating that they're paying for abortions. I'm absolutely sure they were buying abortions by the thousands. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, that was bad. Okay, right now I'm going to go to Devaria's question. And if y'all have any more, just put them in the chat and I'll get them. Trump demolished the clout of Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. Yep, that was not good. Can we look at Greg Abbott leaving Texas knowing a hurricane was coming? That was called standard operating procedure. That man will run. How did Greg Abbott leaving during a hurricane affect him? I want to see what the effect had on him. It had on him. Okay, there's a married woman, an older man, and another married woman. He's got a lot of people down his throat. Okay. Somebody he hasn't seen in years is going to the hospital. It will be successful. That person will be happy. And that operation is close at hand. Okay. Let's see. I see a few questions here. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Straight out of Ted Cruz's playbook. And I got to love this comment. They'll all go to their bunkers. Yep, every time. And it's very easy to sit around. You know, I had two ways to go with hurricanes. I either had a hurricane party or Waffle House closed and we got the hell out of Dodge, to put it bluntly. Hi, Pamela Batchelor. Let me put you on the list. You're going to be a moderator. Okay. So one of his friends had to go to the hospital. Now you have close at hand. Someone's going out of town to be around water. It's a fair married woman. And she's an enemy. He's got enemies. That's why he took off right there. He's got enemies. Somebody told him to get the hell out of Dodge. That's all right, Pamela. I've seen it on other channels. If they make nearly all the chatters moderators, you don't get trouble with trolls. And I reached a milestone on my last show. I actually got a troll. So it means I'm coming up in the world. I've also been flirting with 300 subscribers. I've been getting close. So the troll, the getting close to 300 subscribers, and the my upcoming surgeries. I'm going to do a giveaway show very soon. It's going to be within the month of July, and I'm going to give away some few decks of cards and some readings. So I will put a note in the community page and outline the details when I get them set down. Okay, Greg Abbott has enemies everywhere. And there's going to be legal action. And you got to love this. I mean, when it's somebody you really can't stand, the Schadenfreude is thick with this. He's got enemies. Yeah, the two people in there, he's got enemies. Okay, this is legal trouble. The 3 is the legal trouble. And the 10 is his car's going to break down. Everything's going wrong for him right now, at least in this upcoming week. Absolutely everything's coming up this week. Oh, that's okay, Pamela Batchelor. You don't have to know how to do it all or any of it. Just being there helps. Someone else is going out of town too around him. He's got enemies and they're bringing legal trouble. He's also got someone in his orbit or his family, close friend, is going to a hospital around water. His car is going to break down and he's going to see a woman he hasn't seen in years at that point. And somebody else is going to be happy. It's close at hand, but he's going to be successful with something. And I don't know what that is, but it's going to make somebody happy, probably his wife. She gets battered on too, and she deserves it too. I don't feel sorry for her. So he's got a rough time coming up. And it's coming from all angles. I mean, even down to his car breaking down. Yep. And I missed. I was trying to get a comment here. But as things go, the chat moves. Focus on physical changes or handicaps is coming into focus with Biden's stuttering. Yeah, the funny thing is, the stuttering is the only thing they got. That's it. That's all they got. Yep. This just out. Joe Biden could take a nap in the middle of Fifth Avenue and I'd still vote for him. Yeah, he could. I don't care. He could do all of it. J Cat Lady, that is all of the equipment I have pretty much. I do have a little camera. And I actually got a cordless mouse finally. It doesn't take much technically to do this, not much equipment, but yeah. Okay. Let me see what else I can find here. Okay, I just thought of a question to add to that. Okay. Yes, he is hitting it out of the park with foreign affairs. Yep. Okay, now we're going to ask number one, is his stuttering going to be all that they come up with physically on him? And I'm pretty sure it is. But we'll see. Is stuttering the only thing they have to hit him with physically? He's worried, but he's taking it as medicine, and there'll be a party. You're welcome, Davaria. Okay, now normally I would say this is a no, that the stuttering isn't the only physical problem, but the cards around this make this a yes. I'm going to tell you why. We've got someone who's sick, not Biden, is out of work, again, not Biden, is going to get an unpleasant surprise. They're going to ask someone to sign papers, and it's a fair girl, a fair unmarried girl. So there's one person in particular that's really rolling on the beat Biden down, and they've got big problems. They're not working. They're sick. They've got unpleasant surprises coming. There's a lot going on with that person. So I think Biden is fine. The stuttering is just something he's had all his life. It's not going to go completely away, but he does a pretty good job with it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad to have another person in our chat. Thank you for coming. With the increase of people on the spectrum, refocusing the way we view job performance, integrity, honesty, diplomacy, speaking up to bullies, all matters. Yeah, it does. And it's working. They're doing it. Your mind is a stutter. Oh, your mind is a stutter, only your mouth. Yeah. I stuttered some when I was a little girl. Yet people grow out of it sometimes, and other people it's too pronounced for them to completely get rid of it. But he's working on it. He always has been, and he'll continue to work on it his whole life. He's that's one of his projects. That's what we all do. We have a certain project. We have to take care of ourselves. Oh, hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. I'm putting you on my list for moderators. You don't have to know how to do it. You just have to be here with your blue wrench. Okay. There, you're on my list. Okay, I'm going to ask, will Biden have any serious health issues within the next year? I don't know what I think of those three cards, so I'll just have to let that go for the moment. He's worried about his wife traveling over water. And of course, they're having a love affair, Biden and his wife. There you go. The answer is no, no serious health problems. And he's in love with his wife. Kind of refreshing reading, huh? Okay, let's see with Andrea. With pressure of high stakes communication situations and fatigue, it exacerbates stuttering. It's not unlike a hard of hearing people needing to lip read all day, even with high tech support. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yes, it is exhausting. I've done it before. I'll tell you what, it's easier to read their minds than it is their mouths. I'm a bit of a telepath. I can hear what a lot of people are thinking. So don't think too loud. You don't have to scream in your head when you're on my show. We all have our little talents. So Joe Biden is not going to have any extreme health issues. Actually, it's us taking off our bras and shoes at the end of the day. Yes, it's like that. Just sit down and relax. And I'm sure he does that at the end of the day. And I know I wouldn't be able to keep up his pace. There's no way. The only time I came close to that was when I was a real estate broker. I was a broker investor, and I would buy and sell and buy and sell all day long. And I also had a management company, so I managed a bunch of condos. And that's why I came here. I was in Florida doing that, and my physical health was declining. So I had to get out of the real estate business. Absolutely, Andrea. That's the shift in the sentence. Accommodations. We open up discussion with others. Yeah. So since I asked that question about Biden, let's ask it about the Orange Terror. Will the Orange Terror have any serious medical problems within the next year? Exactly. Oh, seems little Trumpy is at home crying. He's got tears all over his face. Gotta tell you, that don't break my heart. Somebody's lying about the news of his health. That person's going to garner some legal issues over it, and they're visiting him at his home. Yes, he is having serious physical problems. And there's legal problems. The person giving out this is news, this is legal problems. This is the lie, the seven of spades, and that's at his home. Let me see if I'm having trouble catching these comments. Okay, actually, Trump's vice president criteria is around how the person looks. Yeah, that's 100% of it. And do they have money to give him? Trump has lost a lot of weight in the last 2 months, if anyone's noticed. Yeah, it's called Ozempic. He goes straight for pharmaceutical intervention when he wants to change something about his image. That's why he hits the speed way too hard. Maybe he got Bell's palsy. Oh, Andrea, you cracked me up. Long-term syphilis is in his brain. I saw it when he was in his 40s. Yeah, he's got that. He's got all the drugs he consumes. And he made a little admission in one of his speeches. And that admission, he didn't mean to admit it, but he said, I haven't been having mini strokes. Okay, with no context around it at all, he just comes up with that statement. I haven't been having mini strokes. That's how a narcissist admits their problems. That's how all of their crap comes out, right out their mouth. It's deny, deflect, blame it on somebody else. So he is having mini strokes. He admitted that. And the long-term syphilis, yeah, I agree with you on that one, Andrea. And I agree with you too, Laura. But he's got big issues coming up this year. His physical issues are going to get worse and more pronounced. And I think that's part of the panic attack of the Republican Party is that he's not going to last. Now, it's been a feeling of mine, or kind of a knowing, for probably the last 4 years now, that there are 3 people that aren't going to last till the election. You know, when we cast our votes, it's going to be Trump, Giuliani, and one more. Who was the other one? Trump, Giuliani. It's one person in this orbit. Maybe it was Mitch McConnell. Yeah, probably Mitch McConnell. Oh, Sharon, I am just thrilled that you showed up at all. Love you dearly. Take your time. And don't be on 3 lives at the same time. That's too much. Slow down a little bit. Go off and rest a few minutes, okay? Give yourself a break. Wizard and the Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, exactly. Yes, he certainly looks like that, doesn't he, Laura? I'm looking forward to know his running mate will. I'm looking forward to know who his running mate will be. I really look forward to that person and Kamala Harris debate. It will be a takedown. Oh, absolutely. Yes, Sharon, it's like twirling flaming batons. It's a little bit much. Yeah. You need to take care of yourself, Sharon. I got that memo myself recently. I got to get more going on than I thought I would. Okay, let's look at Mitch McConnell. Is Mitch McConnell going to make it through November? I can't stand Mitch McConnell. He came to my grandmother's house when I was a kid. He likes little boys. He's going to be out of work. Sometime he's going to lose his job, and there's somebody who's really going to be happy about that. I think if there's a lot of somebodies that are really going to be happy like that. Somebody's going to be happy. Yep, everybody's going to be happy. Oh, he's going to have to borrow money. He's going to have to borrow money. There's news of a man passing. I can't tell if it's him, but there is news in my question about somebody passing, a man passing. A man is going to die. So, but he's looking to borrow money. Someone else is happy about it. He doesn't have any good friends, does he? I couldn't stand that man. Okay. I think Trump will have to go all in on 2025 and double down and name Kevin Roberts as his VP. Trump is just the tool of the Heritage Foundation. Absolutely. They absolutely own him. I'm wondering about the physical shifts of humans from carbon-based physical body to crystalline body energy. I have no idea what that would look like, but I can tell you that we're having a lot of bodily changes. I know I am. I can put it to you that way. I know I am. Oh, yeah. I can't stand that. I'll tell you, I love that man, and I do not want to see him pass. I really don't. And the Heritage Foundation is created by the family. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's read on Jimmy Carter. Well, Jimmy Carter lived through the election. Well, Jimmy Carter lived through the election. Well, Jimmy Carter lived through the election. He is such a good man. I'll tell you, there are extremely few of him in the world, and we need a lot more of them. Huh. We got it crowned by an unpleasant surprise. Someone wants to fight about this. It's going to be in a party. It says no, he will make it through the election. I know that's a lot to ask of him because he has led a life. I mean, really, if you want to think about his life, he has really lived every minute of it. Yep. Actually, you're right. That would be a good thing in a way because it would remind a lot of people what we really are and who we really are. It's part of the ascension. I don't understand it. I don't either. Yep. Oh, he's going to get a serious welcome home. I've passed over 3 times and come back, and let me tell you, it's quite a thing to be welcomed home. And I'm sure it's waiting for him. I really do. When he finally passes, he will have a glorious welcome home. But it isn't going to be before the election. Okay, does anybody have any questions? I could do some personal readings. Oh my God, we're at 52 minutes. I can do one reading for somebody. Anybody want a reading real fast? See what this does for me? You've all got me laughing. And mostly at myself. Yeah, I'm afraid he is. I agree, Laura. Yeah. So would anybody like a personal reading before I go? Okay, you got it. All right, Hypnicity. What's going on for her? Okay, runs with scissors. I'll get you too. Yes, we all do. And runs with scissors. Yes, I'll read you. Okay, Hypnicity. What's going on with her? Okay, a man in his 30s is going to get his wish and an unpleasant surprise. Somebody around you is going to get an unpleasant surprise because he got his wish. Okay. First, we have you having a love affair. That could be with your husband. Okay, so we've got a love affair. He's going to be sick. There's a pleasant surprise around it, though, and a minor quarrel. It's like you're going to have to argue with him to go to the doctor, like we always do. Yeah. Okay, I got you, Laura. So you're going to have to argue with him to go to the doctor about something. There's no doctor in here, and that's the problem. That's probably why you're going to argue, because he's going to get sick and he doesn't want to go. And then there are a couple people you're going to see at work that you haven't seen in a while. And one or two of those people, you aren't going to see them for another couple of years, see them again for another couple of years. And then we have someone being disappointed. You're going to tell a lie, but you're going to be happy about it. Somebody's getting an unpleasant surprise. I would say this is a little white lie that's going to get you through whatever you need to get past. You're probably going to be facing somebody who likes to be offended, and they're going to try and be. You're going to get past that. Okay, you're going to be disappointed at work. You're going to be doing some work and you're going to be disappointed in it. That's a little ways off, some work that you're going to be doing. You've got a pleasant surprise about somebody that's sick. You love him and you're going to be happy with what he does. So he is going to go ahead and do what he has to do to take care of himself. And then we have 2 red 8s there. You're going to make a new friend in that, around that. And it's actually has to do with your little white lie. Yeah, it's going to be the company of a dark girl. It's going to be a dark complected girl, like brown hair, brown eyes. You're going to lie to her. It's not a big deal, and it's just going to get you by. You'll avoid insulting her. That's how it's going to work. Yes, hypnicity, kind of like I'm fine. And that's something I need to tell you guys about. A lot of times when people ask me how I am, I say I'm fine. And it's not because I want to lie to anybody or hide anything, or, it's that I get tired of hearing me talk about how I am. Your aging dog, yeah. He's probably the sick person that you love, but he's going to go along with whatever you do. He's going to be all right. Then you have unpleasant news and a quarrel. A small quarrel with an older man, dark complected, 50s plus. And then there's disappointment around work. She's hanging on. Yeah, she will. She'll hang in there for, I'm just feeling like at least another year. I don't know where that came from. But there you go, Hypnicity. Not a lot of action, but then not a lot of action is kind of comforting at times. The not a lot of action is nice when it's your personal life. Okay. Now I'll go with Runs with Scissors. Yeah, I would too, Hypnicity. Andrea, you cracked me up. Fine. LOL. In recovery is an acronym. Okay, let's see what's going on with Runs with Scissors. Okay, you've got a kiss coming, and someone's going to get an unpleasant surprise, but you will be successful. That's something you got to be there to understand what it says, but you'll know. Okay, first we've got someone you haven't seen in years is going to shed tears. You're going to get a kiss from that person, but you do have an enemy. There's an end to that enemy. Oh, you're getting over the long seat. Yeah, that's rough. And with the death card right next to the enemy, I would read this in a specific way, because this has happened to me many times. Your enemy, the death of the enemy, it's an ending of an enemy. That could be an enemy who's no longer an enemy. It's an end to their animosity. And I've ended up with that, in that situation where the people kind of turn me into their hero after that. You know, they're going to be a best friend when this changes. They're an enemy, but they're turning into a friend. I don't think they're dying because there's no hospital or doctors or anything around it. So that's what I'd say is going to really happen. And then there's an ending for a dark boy, someone you think a lot of. He's going to ask you to sign papers, and he's going to be happy about it. Now, there's nothing bad around that signing of papers. So I'm going to tell you that look at what you're doing. Just use common sense. Yep. Just use your common sense as to whether to sign those papers. It's for this younger man, the young boy, dark complected. He'll want you to sign papers, but use your best judgment doing that. My normal answer to that is absolutely not. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. But the cards surrounding change the message. You couldn't be around them anymore? Yeah. It's rough. I mean, I take allergy medicine every day because I have a cat and a dog, but I'm not living without animals, and I really can't. They follow me everywhere. Okay, then we have someone's getting their wish around water. It's a fair woman. You're going to fight with that woman, but you're going to be successful. Whatever she's doing, she's going to get her wish, but it's not going to be as happy as she thinks. You're going to be the one successful at the end of this. Yeah. So that's not bad. And when you have an enemy, a lot of times you got, oh, she's your mother. Oh, yep. But you're going to win. Don't worry about it. Or at the very least, there'll be a happy accommodation. And with long COVID, I can understand the breathing problems. Okay, you've got a kiss coming up. It's probably your mother. You can duck or you can take it like a man. Doesn't make it either way. But there's a death or an ending. Someone's going to shed tears. It's going to be a dark complected boy. He's going to shed tears because of an ending. He's going to ask you to sign papers. You think a lot of him. And this is all going to take place around water. That around water card is a good one. It gives you an idea of when something's coming, so you can be prepared for it even if you don't know what is coming at you. You'll know it's there when you're around water. And then your enemy is someone you haven't seen in years, but you're going to be successful with that person. Yeah, it's total success with that person. You're going to be, with the 3 9s, you're going to be very disappointed in this person. It's a married, fair complected woman. And you're going to get in a fight with her. She's going to get her wish, but it's not any good for her. It just leads to her great disappointment. Also a Pisces. Yeah, there you go. So you've got a bit of argument, but you're winning, so who cares? That's what I got for you. Runs with scissors. I hope you get a lot out of that. I hope it helps you. That's another thing I like about reading these cards. I get to help people with their problems. Okay, I got Laura Hammond Davis. Okay. Yeah, Carl, I'll put you at the end. That'll be the end of the show. Because I'm starting to get a little tired. So I'll read for you after I read for Laura. Okay, Laura. What's going on with you? And if you like my readings, tell your friends. Send them on over. I'm close to 300 subscribers. I got my first troll. And since my surgery is coming up, I'm going to have a giveaway show. I'm going to give away a couple decks of cards, a couple readings. I'll put an announcement in my community page shortly. Okay, Laura, what's coming up for you? Okay. Carl, you'll be the last one. Okay, a married fair woman. You're going to find out something about her. And a fair unmarried man, an older one. You've got gossip coming. Well, you have a lot of men around you. Yep. Okay. In your home, someone's going to want to fight with you. That's the 9. The 9 is the fight. It's because of an accident. There's going to be the signing of papers involved, and it's a young boy. But yeah, it's a dark young boy, 20-ish. Oh, thank you, Carl. Maybe I'll pop on for a midnight live when I'm going through my surgeries. That's when I'm usually awake all the time. But this isn't going to amount to much because there are no legal cards around it. So it's just the signing of papers over a small accident. He's going to want to fight, but it's not worth a fight. And he's going to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, it would affect your relationship with your team because there's not much you can do about it. When it's going to happen, I couldn't say. I've read it on it several times for you, and it seems like it was coming up. The guy is working his way there. He's working his way to that situation, but you don't know his situation. Lawyers is having a rough time right now with Trump. All lawyers are getting a little more than they usually bargain for. So far is not good stuff. Okay, you've got this dark boy, I would say 20s, is going out of town. It has you having a love affair. I don't know how that fits in. And then, yeah, he's going out of town and he's going to be jealous. Yeah, it is not his money, but if he's broke, he already spent it. You know what I mean? So he's probably having to scramble to come up with it. Yeah, lawyers are that way. I know a lot of lawyers. I almost became a lawyer. I've been through law school, but I didn't want a job arguing all the time. And I've known too many crappy lawyers. So I didn't want to add to the bunch. But you've got someone's jealous of you, and there's a passel of men here. They're jealous of something about you or something that you're getting. Well, Carl, somebody else may have you in mind, so you just got to watch for it. But you've got a lot of men around you. Men in uniform. I don't know where all these men are coming from, but that's coming up soon. His right-hand man. Yep. Okay, let me do the timing spread and see what else we can pull out of here. He's the gatekeeper. Yeah. Lawyers have a way of spending their clients' money before they give it to them. That's a standard thing lawyers do. All those men and your love affair, and somebody's jealous. Okay, you're going to be signing papers soon about an accident. Somebody's going to want to fight. It's in your house. It's going to be at home. There's going to be a small accident because there's no hospital or doctors around here, so it's a small accident. But there is going to be the signing of papers. And then someone's going out of town and they're going to get an unpleasant surprise. It's a dark boy in his 20s or 30s. And, you know, Carl, this might not be a love affair. It may be a perceived love affair by all of these men around you. Yep. It's a love affair and someone's jealous. Let's see about these sixes. Yet you're going to hear of a man passing at that time. A man is going to pass near that time. But it may be that, you know, some of these men think you're having a love affair. A lot of people paint people the wrong way. But you've just got a lot of men coming at you. You're going to have a lot of company. And this immediate thing of signing papers over an accident, the other person's going to want to fight. It's not going to help them. They're not going to go anywhere with it. So you've just got a lot of company. Enjoy that. Let me try and get your comment here. Okay. Because attorney was my dad in 1800 Germany. I told him that, so maybe Joey's jealous. Yeah, it could be. We hate each other in our team, so it can't be. Like I said, it's probably not a real affair. It's that somebody thinks you're having an affair. I've had that happen at work too. And no, there was no affair. Everybody thought I was fooling around with a guy at work. Yep. And they were so far off. Okay, Pamela. Thank you, everyone, but I have to go for now. I always love watching Angela do her readings. Bye-bye. Thank you, Pamela, and you have a good day. Lots of pussies at home. Well, you got a lot of men. You're living rent-free in their heads. So there you go. They make it up for themselves. a colleague of mine had gone to the mountains for a weekend, and I had went sailing for a weekend. And I ran up the stairs into the office, and this coworker that went to the mountains, he came running in right behind me. So the whole office thought, because both of us were sunburned and were unreachable for the whole weekend, they all cooked it up in their heads that we were having an affair. There is no way I'd touch that guy. So these men are living, have you living in their heads rent free, and they're making up their own stories. So don't worry about it. Well, that's what I got for you. I thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate all of you. This does pick me up. Carl, you're as bad as I am. I am awake around 3:30 my time, about every night. Yep. So I understand that one. You need to go asleep. Go to sleep. Yeah. You have a good night. Love you guys. And I'll see you soon. And I'll be posting something in the community chat about the giveaway show. Okay? Y'all have a good day. Bye. Thank you, Carl. I'm in Central Time. It's 2:24 here. So we've been on for a while. Wow. It's almost an hour and a half. Pretty good. I'll see you, J-Cat lady. See you, everybody else. I'll see you soon. Oh, and Diane Oil Painter and I will be doing garden readings on Monday at 2:30. So don't miss that. Thank you.